The idea of coming to minister in God's church arrived with me relatively late in life, and after I was coping with the unexpected loss of employment, an occasion that had left me depressed and feeling very desperate over a number of months, to the point that I'd really reached the end of my tether when the local vicar in my church took it upon himself to sit me down and really talk to me and really listen to me about what it was that was stopping me being able to move on in my life and to the next chapter. And the thing he left me with was to redouble my efforts in prayer, something which I think I'd been doing in quite a haphazard and superficial manner to that point, possibly without having a real belief that things could change. Well, miracle of miracles, of course. After maybe a couple of weeks of praying, often during the night when I was finding it very difficult to sleep, I felt very clearly that I had heard God's voice telling me that the time had come in my life to give something back, and to give it back through ministry in God's church. And there began a period of discernment afterwards, where I reflected on those weeks where it didn't feel that I was talking to myself, but that the voice of another, God through the Holy Spirit, was really coming at me and encouraging me to sweep aside all of these earthly concerns I had about my identity in favour of something that would take me forward and sustain me and my family and my friends and my congregation for the rest of my life. So that voice is the thing that made the difference after I had decided to commit myself to prayer. And where it took me was to become an advocate for refugees and people who are suffering in life. In particular, I work for a charity that looks after people of any faith, but who have been imprisoned, tortured, or kept away from their loved ones in the name of faith, put aggressively upon them. I've developed my voluntary work now at the same time as training for ministry by spending time with refugees awaiting processing by the Home Office and helping them practice their English, getting outside with them and walking those same walks where I first heard God's voice talking to me and telling me what he had planned for me in my new life.